Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is D Free. Welcome back to another video. Today I am with Dr. Blick, the darkest man around. If you don't know, now you know. We're going to talk about Dragon Ball Super and whether or not the upcoming Tournament of Power was foreshadowed previously. But before we get into that, hey Blick, how are you doing? It's a pleasure to have you here. It's been a while. How's your day going?
Yeah, it's been good. Like, it's been a long time. It's actually been a really long time, bro. Like, when was the last time I appeared on your channel, bro? You forgot about me, bro. Now you remember me, bro. But yeah, it's good to be back. It's been a while.
Yeah, we have a long catalog of discussions from when I was like super small, but that's for another day. I didn't forget about you, man. I brought you back. I waited until the perfect opportunity. So yeah, like I was saying, we're gonna talk about whether or not the Tournament of Power was foreshadowed in any way, shape, or form, because as far as the tournament goes, in the most recent couple, 2-3 episodes of the tournament, or of Dragon Ball Super, excuse me, they have been talking about what's going to happen in the tournament. They also have been talking about, you know, the fact that it's not going to be a one-on-one. It's going to be something that you need, you know, to strategize for, and you're going to need teamwork for. And we saw that with Krillin and 18 and the way that they kind of interacted with Goku in that portion of the previous episode. So we also know that previously, a couple, 2-3 times now at this point, it has been talked about in the show that, hey, Goku and Vegeta, you guys could beat X enemy, just saying X, you know, Golden Frieza, for example, or Beerus, whatever, if you guys were to fight together. Now, they said fight together. Goku kind of interpreted that as being some sort of fusion, as did we. But I believe the direct words that we said was you fight together. So in this scenario, right, we're going to look at the Tournament of Power. We're going to look at the people that are participating for Universe 7. And obviously, some of these guys have really good chemistry. You know, Goku and Gohan would have good chemistry. Goku and Krillin and 18, you know, things like that. Gohan and Piccolo. But where does Vegeta fit into all this? He's always been the outsider on the outskirts of everything throughout Dragon Ball Z. The only guy he really would have any chemistry with is Goku. So now we have these guys in a position where they have no choice but to fight together to be successful. So Blick, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think it was foreshadowed, if that's what they were talking about? Or maybe we're just reading a little too deeply into it? I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Okay, when it comes to me, I feel like we're reading a little bit too deeply into it, and this is due to the fact that there's so many stuff with this arc that is wrong. Like the whole, like, was it like 28 planets on in Universe 7? Like that right there is an issue, and like there's so many instances that there have been issues about this. So we're kind of reading into the lines, but they did I can kind of see how they foreshadowed some elements. But the overall thing is kind of what is convenient to the plot. And these characters, like you said, these characters are fan favorites and characters that a lot of people want to see. Me personally, if you want to look at chemistry and teamwork, go to the Trunks have better teamwork than Master Roshi and who. That's true. Like, I can see what you mean, like, when it comes to foreshadowing in terms of teamwork aspects. But I do feel that when it comes to teamwork and them, it's more of them evolving as fighters and more of them developing as fighters. Also offering us something new, because this is like all fighters in one arena. Is you got to kind of work as a team to eliminate people. But there are going to be some solo instances and some solo stuff done by people. But in order to keep people like Krillin, like Tien, like Master Roshi, in order to make them work, they have to do team-based, because in reality they're not strong enough. That's why they did that whole episode dedicated to Krillin to explain the cunningness, the wits, the quick tactics that he has in order to make himself useful. It's not necessarily about the strength that he has, it's about the mindset of a fighter that he has within him. So having that aspect makes him more useful rather than him in terms of brute strength. That's why I feel like they didn't put Goten and Trunks. Even though, like you said, team, they will be more suited to a team, but experience and also what you can offer. So in terms of working as a team, that's the only way you can get these characters to actually be able to fight against people like Jiren and Topo and all the other fighters that are going to be there. Because, like, in reality, Master Roshi, like this guy is like, is he even Nappa level?
Yeah, true.
That's the question you got to ask yourself. So when it comes to me in terms of that aspect, it's a bit of both, but it's more so leaning towards the fact that it wasn't necessarily foreshadowed. Some elements were. They had the whole, like, mention of a tournament, like with all the universes and the whole team battles, but like it's too much And especially with the way Super is structured, you can't really imagine it being a thing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's me in terms of my standpoint.
Yeah, no, definitely. That makes total sense. And, you know, upon further consideration, I mean, maybe lines like that were foreshadowing Vegeta Blue in the previous arc. That could have been something of that nature. But the reason I ask is because, of course, you know, teamwork is a theme for this. It's not the only theme. Of course, we have to have guys that can strategize. We have to have guys that can be tactful and things like that, which is where you see experience becomes obviously the top of your list as far as a necessity goes when you're building a team around, you know, Universe 7. So that makes a lot of sense. And part of it, too, for me is, I don't know, personally, because it's a really interesting scenario that they're in for the Tournament of Power because it's a brawl setting. There's a lot more that they can do with that, personally, as opposed to the previous tournament, the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 one, where it's just a one-on-one thing. You sub in, you sub out, whatever it is at that point. You know, so I'm going to ask an alternate question for you, Blick. You know, setting aside whether or not that was foreshadowing for this, do you think that there's a possibility that Fusion returns in some way, shape, or form in the tournament arc?
Me, I feel like it's highly unlikely based on the rules, because if you're not allowed to use weapons, if you're not allowed to use items, fusion is too much of a big advantage to be put in, and it's kind of unfair in terms of, and based on Goku and Vegeta fusing, based on their logic that they used in the last arc, they won't be able to fuse for that long. And if they don't like apply that logic to it, they're doing another retcon within a retcon in itself.
If they were to fuse, right? I don't know if the Potara would be classified as a weapon. Probably so, because, or something of that nature, because they would be an outside influence or something of that nature. So if they were to fuse, it would be Gogeta, in which maybe he lasts for just 5 minutes. Who knows? Maybe less. But still, would that be enough to go in and fight whoever they have to fight? Because we know that it's going to be Goku and Jiren at the end. We know that's how it's going to work out, because obviously the intro, and Jiren is the guy that they're building up, similar to how it played out in the previous tournament arc, where they built up Hit all the way and then it becomes Goku versus Hit. So it's the same concept entirely. We know that's going to happen, but you know, we could get in a situation where they have to put Jiren over, and there's a couple of really good ways to do that. Obviously, him beating up on Vegeta. Vegeta fans wouldn't like that, but that is a good way to do it, because Goku and Vegeta are pretty equivalent. But that's why I asked about the question of fusion. Maybe Gogeta, because that would be Gogeta. That would be his introduction into the canon of the series, if that means anything to you personally, would be a good, viable opponent for a guy like that.
There's one issue to that, and that is Goku's mindset in this whole entire arc. How he's so excited to fight strong people. He's like getting excited, getting that buzz, that high, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's
well, see, at some point,
weed,
I'm with you, but at some point, the realization has to set in for this guy that, hey, if we lose, we're done.
But at the moment, it just seems like he cares.
That's what I said. Maybe in the midst of it,
everyone's gonna be against it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be like a slugfest. Like he's the #1 enemy. Remember when in the last episode how they were saying how they didn't call the other because like the universe, like Goku is the enemy to them. Like, so having all that like within like this whole like consensus of things, like the way everyone's thinking about this,
yeah,
it kind of makes it out to be Goku's the enemy, and anyone on Goku's side, like, so what they're gonna do is try and get Goku's universe eliminated first. But that's the way he's making it sounding, like a plan to eradicate like Goku's universe. They're the enemy. So I know you said it's gonna settle in, but Goku's excitement and how excited he is, and how he challenged all the gods, like, bring your strongest fighters, bro. I'll take all of them on. He challenged all of them.
Well, that's why I said it's a theme over the course of the last couple of episodes, because even in the latest one, when he's fighting Majin Buu, you know, Majin Buu taught him a lesson that, hey, you can't let your guard down. You know, somebody could bum rush you, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna remember that. So, like, they've been having a theme of teaching Goku that, hey, this is not going to be what you think it is. So, I don't know what they're going to do with that.
That is true. But then again, like, Goku, for the most part, and based on what they're going to do with the way, based on how Super is and how Toei likes to do their things and how Shonen is done, they don't really learn until something happens in order for them to be forced to see the realization. Goku has realized that teamwork is going to be a major factor. He has realized it, like with the whole Krillin thing, but it doesn't mean he's necessarily going to do it right off the bat, unless it comes down to a last-minute result, like you said. But wow, like, I can't see fusion. I just can't. The only reason why they'll do fusion is merchandise and that kind of like. Come on, like if you're not allowed a sword or any weapon, like fusion is even worse.
Yeah, could be. Who knows? I mean, we never saw it coming with Vegeta Blue. I guess kind of maybe a little bit, but I don't know. It's up for you guys. Let us know in the comment section a couple of things, the questions that I asked for Blick here. Do you think that it was foreshadowed that Goku and Vegeta would be fighting together or be in a situation where they have to fight together? You know, of course, they did that in the previous arc. You know, those guys and Trunks needed to team up to fight Merge Zamasu. So that could be a foreshadowing for that or something like that. I'm not sure. That's why I asked, and I want you guys to answer that. And as a sub question, do you think that fusion is possible to Gogeta or Vegito? Doesn't really particularly matter, fusion as a whole. But regardless, let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And I want you guys to go to the description and subscribe to Dr. Blick. As you can tell from the video, he's an awesome guy. He makes really good content. So I want you guys to make sure that you punch that subscribe button over there. Any further words, man?
I have the best chicken and Kool-Aid around, and you ain't gonna get nothing better.
That's racist.
Bro, my whole channel's based on black stereotypes.
All right, well, we'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Peace.